inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Jackson looking to throw right away. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
And he stopped immediately there. Calais Campbell on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. side and completing it to Thomas.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Play action, it's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. To throw, Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? Is that a loss where he's going to go around the league and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we the athleticism of that guy who just beat him? Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes you need completion. And he's sure that he's ready for his goal. Reception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Third and goal, Jackson. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jameis to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
They're on 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out a port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that with no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
They're trying to finish this for a running back. The first thing is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. And that play didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they outnumbers them and won the battle.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. To the right side and complete to Washington.
Jackson's pass complete to James. 2 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As a defense, you won't bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're going to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
So there's some sharks smelling along the water behind them. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Now Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Final play of the half here. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Winston. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11" Landry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry. Complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. On 2nd down, Kamara. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Jackson to throw.
This goes out wide for Drake.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Second and 8. They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trying here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the one I picked up here is opportunity, because it would have been lost there. They had a chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Evans.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Getting set for the next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Odafe Owe there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Kamara up the middle. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. If he takes care of the ball, so they keep handing it to him.
So that's an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Continues to struggle with an increase to break up the big way. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward to get what he can.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's complete to Robinson. And he is going to have a Ravens first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
No coverage must by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and it led to an incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jameis to throw it.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Camaro with a carry there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Winston. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4.
So maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every year that helps when you're trying to start on the way before.
Possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The busy night continues for Camaro. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Camaro. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and long for Winston. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape all the game.
Lawrence with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll break the hustle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes, right side. The 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there. Make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Makes a great play on the football and turns it into 6.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half short.
Yeah, the team just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.